now that we arrived in the Netherlands for the most dreaded race of the season, we're coming into this race with a 49-point lead in the Constructors' Championship by Red Bull. Sauber with, they're the ones that are 49 points down, which is, we already see who the two contenders are going to be for the Constructors' Championship. It's pretty obvious now. But before this race, we have BR Master with a 6-point lead in the Drivers' Championship, 6 points ahead of Zyro. Yushi starting to fall behind, but it's Yushi. He has a great chance of making a comeback, and definitely not out of this title fight, especially in the Constructors too with the Sauber lineup. Last season, we had Sweet Jelly as the race winner by 20 seconds. Whether or not it was by extreme pace or by extreme luck, it's still an insane gap to create for a race. Also, last season, the pole was a 105.3, and we'll just see what changes.
When I was actually here, when I went to the Netherlands in the summer last year, there was a couple cars that did crash, not in F1 but in other racing leagues, and I can assure that this is a very difficult track, as we can always see a Red Bull has made a mistake and is slowing down behind Sweet. I can imagine, I can see a lot of smoke coming out of many cars, and this is going to be a recurring theme for a lot of drivers. Either them going in the sand, or just either sliding their rears, potentially going into barrier. There are some pretty prone spots to crashing. And I wonder who's on the quickest lap so far. So it looks like a lot of these drivers are keeping it clean at the moment, but we're not actually going to find out. Oh, and Sweet seems to have backed out of his lap. I think Yushi is going for another lap. Let's find out what Yushi can do. As Sweet puts in a time of 106.3, about 8 tenths slower than provisional pole right now. Yushi looks very clean right now. We're going to find out what Yushi can do soon. Sector 1 seemed very nice and tidy. Sector 2, oh, and a massive slide! Yushi flips in Sector 2. That is going to be the end. And we're going to have to see what happens here. Zyro, still in P3. IST has moved up to P4 and overtaken Sweet in the meantime. And some of the other couple drivers are unable to set any quicker laps at the moment. Yushi, one of them. Oh, and Zyro, the massive rear spin. That Sector 2 is an absolute killer for laps, especially if you get those rears unsettled. Who else is on a lap at the moment? Oh, Zyro was on a really good lap in Sector 1. 17.1 Sector 1. So that is an unfortunate lap to end. Looks like a McLaren has also kind of gone off a little bit. Only 4 minutes remain. And it's currently BR Master from his first push lap is still on pole. And seems to be hanging on just by a tenth at the moment. Osterlund was unable to on his last lap. Let's see what IST can do. Pushing through Sector 2. Oh, and Pedro with a 105.2. Incredible time from Pedro, who has now taken provisional pole with 3 minutes remaining and is 3 tenths quicker than BR Master. Is BR Master on the lap? I am not too sure. I think Here we go. Formation lap is starting. And seems like some drivers are having a bit of a difficulty realizing that the formation lap has started.
This is the most chaotic formation lap I've ever seen.
I think so. I'm not too sure what's going on at the start of the grid, but I'm sure they'll catch up.
If anyone is choosing to start on softs, I'll murder them. Yep.
I think you're gonna have to murder some people.
Well, I guess it has to be Cloud on the Ferrari, and Breno in the Mercedes, and Benjamin in the Williams.
Unfortunately, their tires are not going to have a nice time. They're going to have to go extra slow around this formation lap to make sure their tires don't get degraded, because this track loves to degrade. What cost me probably a better spot in one of the last races.
Who is this? What is Mokilo doing here in a safety car? Are they a safety car driver? I don't think they are.
I'm not too sure. But tire deck is probably one of the worst things. When you're sliding and stuff, you don't realize that the tire deck actually destroys your cars. All those sliding and stuff. When I pitted, oh, a lot of people sliding in the last sector. When you're sliding, you don't realize that your degradation is crazily huge. And what happens is that you find out that when you're pitting, you have like 70% deg instead of a lot less than you thought. That's what happened with me. It actually probably cost him the race, Zandvoort, alongside a lot of spinning. So I'm excited to see what will happen on this race. That is for sure. As all these turbo hybrid engines revving. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, and the lights are out for the Dutch Grand Prix of Apex Racing Series Season 2, and off go those cars down into turn wide.
Oh, already chaos at the very start.
This is definitely going to be some chaos. I am imagining some cars are going to slip right now. Who is going to be the first? Oh, McLaren is number 1. I've just seen a McLaren slide like crazy. That is going to happen a lot.
Winner.
And Pedro is off to an incredibly good start. Oosterlord spin, and he is definitely far back. Let's have a look. He is in the midfield now, almost at the back. He drops all the way down to 9th so far, maybe even 10th. He's a lot of seconds lost already, and his tyres are not going to like what that just happened to them.
Don't forget the constructors fight that Sauber and Red Bull have. We already have
that is
Red
true.
Bull as the race leader, Sauber in a P3, P4 position. As it
And
stands,
Yushi,
they will have a 2-point advantage at the end of this race, but that can easily change because it looks like Yushi is going to take P2 away from Zyro soon enough.
that
At
looks
the
like
end of
it.
this
He's on the inside there,
goes
and I
hard
think
up
he's
on
got
the
him.
inside.
Zyro went wide, yeah, and that is P2 for
Takes
Yushi, and
P2.
he'll say thank you very much for that. But the real question is,
under threat by IST though, and he has a big oversteer from a bump, and he's only
oh, and Zyro,
he's losing 3 to 4 positions.
This is crazy. It looks like Pedro is already starting to make a little bit of a gap between him and Yushi and the rest of the drivers so far. I honestly wouldn't imagine that the only way of stopping him is the track that's going to stop him, not the other drivers. At this rate, we're going to have to see what Yushi can do.
Start right now.
BR Master has dropped.
He's down 3 positions because of that bump he had into turn.
Oh, Yushi! He crashes! Yushi hits the wall in sector 3!
So does
And
Master.
that was Yushi! Oh no, it's BR Master, never mind. Was it both Sauber? Wow, oh my goodness. Yushi down now into P8. P8, what is going on? What? Tell me.
I'm curious if anyone can beat my fastest lap from last season, which was a 105.6.
We'll find out.
I want to see who can do it.
I'm proud to say that my pole time was only narrowly beaten by a world record holder, so I'll take that. Oh, and a McLaren, I think it's just spun again and hit the wall. Who is that? Is that Sweet or is... That is Oosterlord and oh, Red Bull going incredibly wide. Holy Christ. This race, I'm not too sure he's even going to be on the podium at this point. Looks like IST at the moment is in P3. Pedro is with a nice, comfortable lead in first. At the moment, he is really putting a nice gap between him. I mean, he's lapping some good times. Pedro hits the wall! Pedro hits the wall! Zyro, I think he's going to overtake him. He is very close. I think he's in DRS range. We're going on board with Zyro right now. Zyro does take the lead. And this is what I'm saying. Anything can happen. And now he's fighting Pedro for the lead. The world record holder of the 2025 Gen cars.
Why is he 33 seconds off of the race leader in 4
And
laps?
same with Spice as well. I'm not too sure what's going on with the Mercedes. Oh, and Zyro hits the wall now! A little bit of bump just sent him into the wall, and that means Pedro is back into the lead. How is IST doing in the Audi? A little bit behind, fighting Yushi at the moment.
Yep, best race of the season.
I am telling you, this is going to be the best race of the season. We've already had a change for the lead, especially by such a prominent leader at the moment, and Pedro does take back the lead as we've seen. Sweet in the McLaren gaining some places. Seems like there's a fight currently for P5 between Sweet and
Oh my god,
Gil.
IST forgot about the grass update and he loses so many positions because of it. He forgot that grass slows you down to 62 miles per hour.
And what's happened to IST? Is he crashed?
The sand patch and he despawned his car.
He is gone. He's out of the race. There is IST, and his race is over, and that is very unfortunate. Only lap 5.
He must have had an engine failure or something.
Maybe it was an engine failure. Some sort of problem. But that is IST gone.
And
look at this
on the podium.
Three-way fight right now for P8. Prix Clow goes into the water, crashes, and Clow is out of the race. That is Ferrari driver Clow, and an Alpine spins too, and that is Clow is done too. 2 crashes in the span of 1 lap. A red flag is going to come out at some point soon, I know that for sure. Oh my goodness, and this is only within 5 laps. And Gil overtakes Sweet in the...
Yushi has only been losing time now. He lost over a second in this 1 lap. And yet, Pedro, the world record holder in Zandvoort. Huge getaway drive for him. 0 pressure faced by anybody. Just a pretty well sized lead as he almost completely spins it right after that insanely fast corner because of the sausage curve. But
we're watching Gil still at the moment, and it seems like they're actually reeling in Zyro. Zyro must have made a mistake or something because we can see the Alpine in front now. This 2-way fight may become a 3-way fight for P3 soon, a podium position. Zyro is really getting closer. Zyro's making a lot of mistakes. And Gil might have just fended off Oosterlord for another time, and his rears go sliding again. But I actually think that... Oh, and Zyro pits in the... Zyro pits? That is, I think, our first pit of the race. He must be switching to hards, surely. Hards seem to be holding up really well.
He's going for a 2-stop. Okay.
A 2-stop? What is he using at the moment? Let's have a look. Zyro. Oh! Gil hits the wall and he spins! He spins into turn 3 and 4, and that is not good for Gil. I mean, he does have quite a big buffer, but Zyro can catch up very easily now. That's not good for Gil. And Oosterlord is now broken away and is in P3, and Gil again is going into the grass more and more and more, and I think Prix is really reeling him in now too. And Prix, who we watched, unfortunately missed out on a chance at the podium in Silverstone, only by a very fraction of a couple tenths or a thousandth of a tenth or something, or very close to that, but he is now getting very close.
Even though we aren't talking about BR Master, he is on a good comeback drive right now.
He is. He has moved up a couple places
in the first few laps, but now he's moved up 4 positions, and it's going to be 5 after he passes Sweet Jelly, and soon enough.
That's right, and Yushi pits, so does Pedro. Yushi onto mediums. Oh no,
No,
Yushi is not
why
actually
did I say
pitted
it's
yet.
a Ferrari? That's a Haas.
Yushi's
I
onto
just saw it.
softs.
Haas a Ferrari.
Pedro is going for the one stop. Pedro is on hards. And
Smart.
Yushi
Alright,
is on
he's gonna
softs.
win this.
Yushi is gonna have to pit again. Pedro is definitely on the right strategy here. I'm really enjoying that we're really seeing a lot of hard usage at the moment. You know, people really aren't the biggest fan of them, and Pedro spins it into the wall! Oh my goodness! Pedro just spun and has been overtaken. Relapse? Who is? Who is out?
Jelly.
Sweet Jelly?
Winning,
Oh no!
Season 1, seeing the barriers in Season 2.
That is very unfortunate. Sweet is out of the Zandvoort Grand Prix, and that is unfortunate because Oosterlord, that is his teammate, they are gunning for those points because obviously McLaren hasn't had the most best luck so far. They are lacking a little bit of points in the constructors, and they do have Oosterlord that can provide some, but that's not going to help. Very unfortunate though. Who? Oh my goodness!
And that just ruined his whole one stop. Yushi could get away as the race winner.
Yushi could get away, and also that V-carb just hit the wall for the V-carb. Who is that? Is that Spick? I think that's Spick. He spun twice.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
This race is beautiful.
Oh, he goes into the wall again. Oh no, there is something wrong with that V-carb. I am not too sure what's going on with it, but I hope it's okay. I think those rears are dead because he is definitely struggling. I think he's got to get off those softs ASAP. But back to Yushi.
Going to the one-stop strategy. Pedro's only going to lose the position. He could have won on debut, but these bumps just gave him the middle finger. And so did Oosterlord because he just overtook him in the McLaren. Oh yeah, this is just depressing. And that's
he is definitely with that stick.
Yushi probably into pit this lap. Whenever he does, he will literally still be ahead of Pedro.
Exactly, he's got an absolutely giant lead. And I'm guessing he's going to pit very soon, but Pedro... Zyro... Oh, Zyro spins! Zyro spun! He's now dropped... He's behind Bench and Gil and Prix in P4 and Zyro... Oh my goodness, he just almost lost it again. Zyro's race is costed a lot from that, and this is what I mean by anything can happen. And now Zyro is down into P7. Yushi in the pit lane. Let's see what happens with Yushi. Yushi is definitely going to come out in front. Oosterlord and Pedro are still fighting though. I don't know. Let's watch Oosterlord. Let's find out. Oosterlord is coming down the main straight right now, and Yushi
ahead of him. Yushi's gonna be
is...
Yeah, you're right.
Stopped in the pits. He's coming out now. He should just get out in front, and he does get out. And
it's
this is
the same people.
okay.
Versus
Yep, Akado in the Alpine and Prix. Prix has dropped a lot, unfortunately, but he still has a chance to overtake Akado for a couple extra points for Haas. And we are on the final lap now. Yushi leads onto the final lap, and Akado and Prix. I think Akado is actually making a bit of a gap, and I think this fight might be over before we actually know it. Pedro still close, and BR Master has also come out of nowhere. He's on medium, so he's on the quicker tire than Pedro. And there is a very good chance that BR Master, if Pedro makes enough mistakes, he could potentially cause some sort of last lap drama. We don't know yet though.
Oh yeah, they all have the same gap between each other as well.
But Yushi is almost at the end of Sector 2. Yushi coming down, and Yushi, I don't know, but Yushi wins the Zandvoort Grand Prix! And who is going to be in P2?
It's cool, but we're not focused on that right now. We're trying to see who gets away with P4.
And Oosterlord in P2. Who is going to get away with P4? I am waiting at the line right now, so I have absolutely no idea. Let's see P3 and P4. Who is going to come on top? Zyro in P3, Pedro P4, and BR Master in P5. Wow, what a fight. Who is coming around in P6? I think this is Gil. Gil in P6.
We could see a race a position decide at the final corner. Benjamin gets a really bad exit.
Oh, look at this! Benj, I think is in front! Benj is in front! He's gonna take it, and... Wow, what a race that was. A lot of bumps, as I had said before, and quite some surprising changes in the lead and a lot of those places, but Zanvil always brings us a lot of chaos, and I hope that was a great show for everyone. So thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you all next week at Monza for the sprint and main race. Bye bye!